So this is another solution stoichiometry question, and this is question 7.52 from the book. And the question says or asks, how many grams of a solid Na2CO3 compound will exactly react with 250 milliliters of a 1.25 molar hydrochloric acid solution? So the formula that they actually give us is Na2CO3 plus 2HCl gives us 2 NaCl plus CO2 plus water. Okay, and in this formula, unlike the other question we did, we have to be careful because we actually have a 1:2 ratio here for moles. So that will come into play a little bit later on. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to determine how many moles we actually have of our hydrochloric acid solution, because we have molarity at 1.25 and we're given volume. We have 250 milliliters, but in order to use the molarity formula we actually have to convert that into its liter equivalent. So 250 milliliters is 0.25 liters and over an unknown amount of moles. So essentially moles becomes equal to 1.25 multiplied by 0.25, and that actually gives us 0.3 moles. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use that moles and plug it into molar mass is equal to grams per mole to find how many grams actually of Na2CO3 I need to use, because the question specifically says, well, how many grams of that solid will exactly react with that hydrochloric acid solution. So that's why I'm able to just plug in that 0.3 moles to solve for a different compound, because we need them to exactly react. So that's why we first need to solve for that moles and use it for this new formula. So actually the molar mass, once we calculate it, of Na2CO3 is actually 105.988. We don't have grams yet, that's what we're figuring out, but we do know moles, so 0.3. So grams is actually going to be 0.3 multiplied by 105.988. And we actually get an answer of approximately 33.12 grams. Now, we would normally think we were done this question, and we would be if our molar ratio for our reactants was equal, but it's not. We have a 1:2 ratio, and it's really important to recognize that the 2 comes from our hydrochloric acid. So what we need to do actually is we are going to divide this number by 2. In order to get the true molecular, the amount of the Na2CO3 that we actually need. So when we divide 33.12 grams by 2, we actually get, if we're going to round off to 1 decimal place, 16.6 grams. And that's what we actually need in order to react exactly with 1.25 molar hydrochloric acid solution and 250 milliliters of it.